Hi, I'm Jarek Wilkiewicz, and I want to tell you about a fun holiday project I got to work on last year. Every year, a few Googlers get together to pinpoint where Santa is on his journey from the North Pole. To help users pass the time while waiting for Santa, we built the open-source Google Santa Tracker app for Android. The app contains several fun activities for its users. For example, one can balance sweets on candy canes, try to find the matching bunny, or snap a jetpack on an elf and catch flying candy, my personal favorite. In addition to my fondness for the elf jetpack game, let me share another little secret with you. I am a pretty forgetful person. Oftentimes, I use and enjoy an app, and then I forget all about it. What's even more scary is knowing that I am not alone. While users install more and more mobile apps, many of the apps just sit there, forgotten. So I thought to myself, I can't let this happen to Santa Tracker. I need to save Elf Jetpack from obscurity. But how? Personally, I often rely on the Google app to keep track of stuff I'm likely to forget. Wouldn't it be nice if the Google app knew how to take me back into the Elf Jetpack without having to remember which app to launch and what button to tap? But how can a developer make it possible for the user to find the Elf Jetpack with Google Search? Let's think about it for a second. To get me back into the Elf Jetpack activity, the Google app needs to know that A, I used the Santa Tracker app to play Elf Jetpack, and B, how to get me back into the game I played. The former can be achieved using the App Indexing API. The latter by adding support for deep links. Let's start with the deep links. What are deep links? Think of them as a way to identify a specific piece of content or functionality inside of the mobile application, much like web URLs, but for apps. You can see an example here. The deep links supported by Santa Tracker are exposed using intent filters. In this instance, the intent filter tells Android to route view intents matching the deep link to the Jetpack activity. Okay, we're done setting up deep links. Now, we need to let the Google app know that I actually played the Elf Jetpack. We can do this by integrating the App Indexing API into the activity lifecycle. Here's what we need to do. First, create the Google Play Services API client in onCreate. Next, when the activity starts, use the App Indexing API to provide the screen title and the corresponding deep link. Finally, when the activity stops, we record the end of the view. And that's all there is to it. By adding just a few lines of code and configuring the Android manifest.xml, Google Search can help users re-engage with apps they already have. There are many ways the App Indexing API can apply to your app. For instance, if you were building a recipe app, Google Search could let your user jump back into the recipe they forgot about. Or if you were developing a hotel reservation app, your user could return to the hotel view they were in before they got distracted. If you would like to learn more about how you can integrate the App Indexing API into your own app, check out the docs. To play the Elf Jetpack and examine the source code, you can clone the Santa Tracker repo from GitHub. See you next time!